Welcome students. Myself Dr. Shilpa Bosle, Assistant Professor from Dempe College of Arts and Science, Miramar. Program Bachelor of Science Second Year, Subject Botany, Semester 3, Course Code BOS 101, Course Title Floriculture. Title of the unit Nursery Management and Routine Garden Operation. Module name Techniques, Preparation of Bread and Sowing of Seeds. Outline: Technique of preparation of bread and technique of sowing of seeds. Learning outcomes: prepare and create beds for sowing seeds and to handle sowing of seeds. Introduction: when we plan a garden, soil is one of the important parameters, and when we go for preparation of the beds and sowing of seed, soil plays an important role. Its fertility, its texture is important when we plan a garden. So, when we plan a garden, we first go to the soil and check the various parameters in the soil. In general, loamy soil is the best suited for the plants, and the soil for sowing seed should be light and porous, or else the roots of the seedling will rot. Such soils are moderately coarse in texture, well-drained and fertile. If the soil is clayey, add some soil to make it porous. Dig the soil and add well-decomposed manure and neem cake powder. This will further enhance its capacity to produce a healthy plant. When we first go to the technique, that is preparation of beds. Preparation of nursery beds. Select an open space which receives a lot of sunlight. In the picture, we can see the digging of the soil, and when we dig the soil, first we have to crush the clods, remove the weeds, stones, etc. Add about 1 basket of well-decomposed manure, compost and 100 grams of neem cake powder for every 1 square meter area and mix thoroughly in the soil. Add sand if required. Prepare raised bed of 1 meter width and 10 to 15 centimeter height from the ground level. Raised beds are prepared of convenient levels or length according to the actual need depending upon the type of seed used. In this picture, we can see the preparation of nursery beds where you can see the soil and the compost and neem cake is added to the soil to increase the fertility of the soil. The level of the raised beds, and first before that you have to press down gently the soil with the palm and water few hours before sowing so that the soil will be settling down. In this picture, you can see the raised level beds and sowing of seed is taking place. Different types of preparation of beds. First is the flat beds. Prepare a flat bed of 1.5 meter width and of convenient length. The irrigation channel may be laid between 2 rows of beds. And here we can plant the leafy vegetables, onions, cluster beans, chilies, etc. In the picture, you can see the flat beds. Different types of preparation of beds. That is, second one comes the raised beds. Here the raised beds of 1.5 meter width and 10 to 15 centimeter height or of the convenient length can be done. For example, leafy vegetable, coriander, etc. can be grown here. In the first picture, you can see raised beds, and in the second one, which is raised beds with the wooden boxes. You can use these beds with a convenient length. Third is the ridges and furrows. Open the ridges and furrows at the required spaces depending upon the vegetable crop to be cultivated. In the picture, you can see the planted vegetables, that is brinjal, chilies, bindi, radish, cluster beans are example of this type of nursery beds we can use. Basins are about 30 to 40 centimeter diameter and are generally prepared for growing cucurbits vegetable crops during summer. Next technique is sowing of the seeds. Seed sowing is the process of planting. Vegetables and annual flowers are raised by seeds. It is the quickest method of raising mature plants capable of flowering or fruiting within a season. In the picture, you can see the seeds sowing is done on the nursery beds. Coming to the conditions required for the seed use in sowing. Collection of seeds. Seeds should be collected from fully mature or ripe fruits, healthy and vigorous plants without damaging the seeds. Preserved carefully and should not be exposed to atmospheric moisture. Sown during right season and in the right manner. Always use fresh seeds. Seeds have period of viability as well as a period of dormancy. In the picture, you can see the collected seeds which are fully mature. Those are rice seeds. Next is the procurement of seeds. Purchase good quality seeds from reputed firms and seed companies. When buying the seed, check if they are not moldy or holes due to the insect attack. Look for the expiry date or sow before date on the packing of the seeds. Seeds of hybrid plants cannot be used again for sowing as the progeny is viable. In these pictures, you can see good quality seeds which are packed in the companies and sold out. So when buying, checking of the good quality seeds and expiry date is necessary. Sowing of seeds. It is defined as placing the seed in the soil to germinate and grow into the plant. Methods used for sowing of seeds. Seeds may be sown directly or can be transplanted. Direct sowing, broadcasting, dibbling, drilling, sowing behind a country plow, planting, transplanting are some of the methods for sowing of the seeds. Direct sowing. Seeds of some plants are directly sown in the main field or plot. First, prepare the land by digging the soil and mixing manure or compost. So, preparation of soil becomes one of the important parameters. Sow the seeds directly into the soil as a desired depth in a line by maintaining the recommended space between two rows and between two plants in a row. In a picture, you can see how those plants are planted with a desired distance in a line. And the plants which we can plant in direct sowing is bindi, cluster beans, radish, etc. Second is the broadcasting. Seeds are just spread on the soil and it is done manually with hand or through using machines. Seeds of crops with relatively very small seeds are mixed with stem and broadcasted, spread over a well-prepared plot. The seeds may or may not be covered with soil. In the picture, we can see the person broadcasting the seeds in the field. Broadcasting is the most common and oldest method of the seed sowing. And here the plants which we can use is amaranthus, commonly called as tambdi bhaji, coriander, kothmir. Coming to the advantages of broadcasting. It is manual method is cheap. Secondly, it takes less time than other methods. Thirdly, suitable only for small seeds and crops where plant to plant distance is small or does not matter. Coming to the disadvantages of broadcasting. Seed distribution is uneven. Secondly, some of the seeds are not to be covered by soil. Third, crop stand is affected by uneven distribution. Germination of seed is not uniform. And some of the seeds are not to be covered by soil. Coming to the next method is dibbling. Dibbling is the process in which we place seeds in the hole or pit. In the picture, you can see dibbling of plants by placing the plants equally predetermined distance and depth. The process is done by dibble, planter or manually. The advantages of dibbling: less seeds are required. Secondly, seedling vigor is good. And thirdly, germination is rapid and uniform. Disadvantages of dibbling: it is that time consuming and this method is costly, and also more labor is required. Coming to the next method, drilling. Seed is dropped into the holes in this method. You can see in the picture, then seeds are covered and compact by seeds. Drilling is done with the help of seed drill or seed cum fertilizer drill. Seeds are drilled continuously in a row. Drilling can be done at distance which is set and row can be made accordingly. The advantages of drilling: during drilling, manure, fertilizers can be applied with seeds. Secondly, quantity of seed required is less. Disadvantages of dibbling: more time consuming, cost is higher and more labor is required. Sowing behind country plow. In this method, the seeds are placed into the furrows plowed in the field. It is either continuously or at a specific distance manually by a man working behind plow. The depth of sowing depends upon the depth of the plow. In the picture, we can see the sowing done by 2 people. Planting. Planting of seeds. Planting is placing of the seeds or propagules firmly in the soil for germination and growth. The propagules which are used here are seedlings or root, tubers, leaves or cutting. In the picture, we can see planting of the seeds. Transplanting. Transplanting is the term used for planting the seedling grown into nursery to different field or pots for different purposes. Planting of seedling in main field after putting out from the nursery. For raising seedling for transplanting, seeds are sown in a specially prepared nursery beds or seed beds or in a seed pan or also in seed boxes or a seed tray. So transplanted rice fields, you can see in the picture how the rice is transplanted. Coming to the sowing seeds in the seed pan or seed boxes. Very small, tiny and dust-like seeds are best sown in the seed pan or seed boxes or seed trays, as they can be managed easily. Seed pans are shallow earthenwares or plastic pots of about 10 to 15 cm height and 35 cm diameter at the top and base. They have few drainage holes. In the picture, you can see sowing of seeds which are done in plastic boxes. Next is the seed tray or seedling tray. You can see in the picture the seed trays or seedling tray which is made up of plastic available in different sizes. The most common size is 53 cm length and 27 cm breadth. It has got 98 drainage providing cells with 98 net pots each of 3 cm diameter which is easily fit into the cell. Seed tray is permanent arrangement while net pots are removable along with the seedling to be transplanted with it. So every time when you are transplanting, you can keep the seed tray as it is and only remove the net pot. Each seed is allowed to grow with or without the net pot. These are the references. Thank you, students.